here. Today I want to show you how to draw a woolly mammoth. So it's a woolly mammoth. They're not alive anymore, but they kind of look like elephants, so we're going to have a go at drawing them. I'm going to enjoy this, I think, because I love elephants and they remind me of elephants. So let's go. What you need is a pencil, paper. I've kind of drafted it out just to give me an idea because it's tricky to draw from the side. So we're going to start off with a big hump. So think about like a rainbow. It's always a rainbow. So it's a big hump, and then you're going to do another big hump next to it. But think about the size, because this one's quite high. It's quite high, and this one's like a little bit lower and longer. Then you're going to go line. Now this bit, we're going to do a cool trunk. So just touch the end of the rainbow, and you're going to go down. And it kind of curves at the end. And you're going to just whoop, whoop. Then you're going to go la la la. And can you see I'm going up, I'm going up. I'm going up so it gets bigger when you get to here. So it's really big when you get to that bit. And then I'm just going to go just a bit of fluffiness, because it's a fluffy woolly mammoth, like a woolliness. And then you're going to just go just to about there. This is going to be his leg. So we're just going to do a little line there, and we're just going to go up. Now the other leg I wanted to show you is his kind of walking. So we're going to just touch this bit there and go round just to about here. Then we're going to go down. And can you see it's kind of diagonal the way I've done it? It's not down straight. Then you're going to go down here. This is going to turn into the second leg, believe it or not. So what you've got to do is on this line here, just go down and then start doing this. Don't know if you could tell what I did there, but I did a line coming out and then in. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to rub out this little line that originally was from the first leg. Does that make sense? So I'm going to rub out this bit. You don't really need all of that line. Just to give you an idea. So what's happening is this is his other foot. So he's kind of got that. So he's got this as well. And you've got some little kind of toenails. So then what you need to do, this could be a bit more rounded if you wanted to. So you could kind of do a bit of a roundy bit, and if I rub out the bit that looks a bit pointy, there you go, might be a bit easier to see then. Okay, now he's got a tummy, so think about kind of like there, it's about there, and then about there, and then you're going to join up. Can you see how I've done the back slopes down? So if you don't want to do that next, you could just touch this first, go down, and then do 1, 2. That might be a bit easier to do. Then all we're going to do is add the legs. So one leg comes from straight from there, and it goes across, and then raw. And then you've got another leg next to it that goes down, straight, up. Then all you want to do is rub out that bit. You don't need that line anymore. Now, this leg might look strange, but don't worry, because when we colour it in and everything, it'll look pretty cool. Now what we want to do is the awesome tusks, like it's got the hugest tusks. So we're going to just come from here. So where you've got the trunk, you're coming from here, and you're going to go up, join it up. Then you're going to go up, join it up. So this is the one behind the trunk. So all the tusks. So the first tusk, you're gonna rub out the line. Can you see? So the tusk is in front, but that one, the tusk is behind. Don't worry about my difference in thickness of line. It's just the way I draw with this. Now, what we want to do is you want to do the eye. So I'm going to do like a little rainbow shape. He's got like the cutest eyelashes. So I'm going to make it look like he's almost sleeping. And then he's got an ear under here, so under the rainbow. you're going to go, oh, and then line. Doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as he's got an ear. Right, what you want to do is now colour it in, but draw this little line here just to see that he's on a platform. Okay, guys. Now we can colour him in. It'll make more sense when we colour him in, because at the moment it kind of looks funny, doesn't it? Right, what I want to do is use chalk, and I'm going to do a grey woolly mammoth. So let's go. I am going to outline. I'm almost outlining him because I want him to look fluffy. I'm kind of outlining the edges. But I'm going to do a bit of black after this as well. So they were like the woolliest thing ever. Okay, so that's kind of really simple, isn't it? What you could do is you could rub out that almost, like I might get a white pastel and rub out that, because you don't need to show that line really of the leg coming up. But then I'm just going to smudge. You don't really need to smudge if you use chalk pastel. This is what I'm using chalk pastel. But if you're using oil or like oil pastel or paint, you don't necessarily need to smudge. I'm just doing this to see what it looks like. And then the tusks, if you get a nice black, I'm just going to outline it all. The black's useful because you can create the woolly effect. So when you do the legs, you could do the zigzaggy effect. Can you see? He looks really cool because he's really woolly now, look. Like all jagged, zigzaggy lines. It would be cool. Let's see what this looks like. It's quite tricky to remember the zigzaggy lines. I probably wouldn't do too many zigzaggy lines there. Woo! Okay, look at that. Woo, he's a woolly mammoth. Okay, there's the ear. So I might do a bit of shading, then you've got the eye. And what I can do is just get my one little finger and just draw around to soften the line. Don't really need to do this for this particular one, but you could do. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's quite nice to practice what you want to sort of do. If you think, nah, it doesn't work for me, then rub it out and do something slightly different. You know, you don't have to smudge. Then, awesome green. Green's not my favourite. It used to be my favourite colour, green. Now, a woolly mammoth may be mostly in a cold place because they're so woolly, so it's to protect them from the cold. So it doesn't have to be green, the surface. You could do kind of an icy kind of terrain, that could be all icy on top. So have a bit of fun with what you're doing. Like, make sure you add the bits you want to add. You could do a rainbow. He could be on a rainbow, because why not? So it doesn't have to make sense, don't worry. But I like my woolly mammoth. And then we can call it something. He's going to be called Rudolph. Rudolph the woolly mammoth. I'm going to do some white. When you get white and go over the chalk, it kind of helps you get rid of the things that you didn't want. So say I didn't want that line as much, I just go over it with white chalk. So it's almost like using a rubber, this chalk. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's my woolly mammoth. If you want to add some texture, you could... Can you see I'm kind of doing the lines rather than the dots? Like, don't dot dot dot. You just kind of want to just like 1, 2, 3. You want to kind of draw the lines, because then he looks super woolly. And if I just smudge. So subscribe, like and share this video if it helps you. It'd be kind of cool to see who else can draw this mammoth apart from you. There we go, look at that mammoth. Awesome. Okay, everyone, enjoy doing your mammoth and show me what you do If you wanted to do all of these little spots, you know, these little lines, you could take a dark green and do the same with the grass. It's just quite a nice way of doing stuff. It's called rendering, so making things, making the surfaces look like they're not just flat piece of paper. So maybe try that as well. So subscribe, like and share, and enjoy doing the woolly mammoth. Let me know how you get on, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah.